Hello, I'm Beth Wagner, physical therapist. In this video, I'm going to review the EASWE E10 powered wheelchair for seniors. This is not a paid review. The company sent the wheelchair to me at no charge and asked me to post an honest review with my professional opinion of the chair. I do receive a small commission from any sales that originate from using my distinct code, which is found in the description below. Also, the company is providing a $50 discount with use of the code. The discount code and the website link can be found in the description below. I'll start with assembly of the wheelchair and go over a few key features. Then I'll move on to the look and the feel of the chair, and I'll do a test drive over indoor surfaces and outdoor terrain, including inclines, declines, and grass. Finally, I'll cover getting in and out of a car from this chair. Now I'll show you what the wheelchair looked like when I removed it from the box, and we'll go through key points of assembly. After taking the chair out of the box and unwrapping the packaging, included with the chair, you'll find the battery charger and a small toolkit and the instruction manual. The instruction manual was well written and easy to follow. I was able to fully assemble the wheelchair in less than 30 minutes. Also included is the controller that needs to be installed. Coming out of the box, the controller is set up for a right-hand installation, but it is possible to switch it over to the left side just by moving the cables in the back of the chair. To insert the controller, simply place this bar into the appropriate slot underneath the armrest. And then tighten with the turn screw underneath. The placement of the controller is adjustable, which is really nice to accommodate different heights, different arm lengths. My unit did not come with the battery included. The battery arrived in a separate box. The last items that came with the chair are the anti-tip bars, and those are best installed with the chair unfolded. To unfold the chair, press down on the front of the seat, pull back on the seat back. When the chair is locked in the unfolded position, you'll hear it click. Now we'll place the anti-tip bars. Release the pin from the top of the bar. Place the bar in the slot and then replace the pin. The anti-tip bars prevent the wheelchair from tipping over backward. Okay, while we're looking at the back of the chair, I'll start going over some key features. These two red levers switch the motor between manual and electric mode. When the levers are forward, the wheelchair is in electric mode, which locks the rear wheels, so the wheelchair will not move freely. The wheelchair needs to be in electric mode in order for the controller, for the joystick to work, in order for it to be operated as a power wheelchair. When the levers are back, then the wheelchair is in manual mode. The rear wheels move freely and the wheelchair can be pushed. When the levers are in manual mode, then the controller, the joystick, will not work and you'll hear an alarm sound. Looking at the front of the chair, you'll see the foldable footrest. This footrest easily folds down and flips back up, and the length of the foot plate is adjustable through this screw. At the front, you'll also see the two springs which help with shock absorption. The wheelchair also comes with a seat belt, which is important for safety when operating the wheelchair using the joystick. Looking at the side of the chair, this red button is the release for the armrest. Pushing in that button allows the armrest to be lifted up out of the way. Notice in the fully retracted position, the support for the armrest is still next to the seat, and the lever does stick forward a little bit. So this needs to be taken into consideration before transferring in and out of the chair to allow enough room to miss this support structure. And then to move the armrest back into place, simply lower it until it clicks. And the left armrest flips back in the same way. Also along the right side of the chair is the fold release, this orange lever. To fold the chair, press down on the orange release lever, and with the other hand, press forward on the back of the chair. You'll begin to feel it fold. You can either continue to fold the chair forward, or you can tilt the seat back and continue folding. One thing to watch for is the position of the front wheels. The larger half of the front wheel needs to be facing forward. If the larger half of the wheel is facing back, then it won't fold completely. Now continue folding, and it should feel very smooth. And then fold the leg rest up. With the anti-tip bars installed, the chair will lean back and stay upright, leaning against the anti-tip bars. Now I'll show you how to install the battery. The battery slot is underneath the seat. The red release buttons should be on the right side of the battery. Slide the battery into the slot and then gently press until you hear it click. To double check that it is in place firmly, pull on the handle. If it's installed all the way, it won't release until you press this red release button. Okay, now it's ready to go. To fold the wheelchair down, press on the seat and pull back on the seat back until you hear it click. Before sitting in the wheelchair, be sure that the motor levers are in the electric position on the back of the chair. Lift up the armrest either on the right or the left side. Be sure that the footrest is folded, and then sit comfortably. And put on the seatbelt. Then fold down the footrest and fold down the armrest, and we're ready to go. I want to point out a couple things about the look and the feel of the wheelchair before we move on to driving. To give you an idea of how this wheelchair might fit you or a loved one, my height is 5'7" or 170 centimeters, and my weight is about 140 pounds or 63 kilograms. So you can get a sense of how this wheelchair fits in terms of the width of the seat, the depth of the seat, and the height of the backrest. As I already mentioned, the length of the controller is adjustable, and the height of the footrest is adjustable. Later in the video, I'll show you how this wheelchair fits my husband, who is taller and weighs more than me. All right, now let's take the chair for a spin. To turn it on, press the power button, which is at the front of the controller. At the top of the controller, there are 5 lights that indicate battery life. There's also a horn button. There is a plus and a minus button, which correspond to the speed level. And there are 5 speeds. And with the joystick, you can move forward, backward, turn left and right, and turn in a tight circle. So let's take it for a spin. Right now I have it on speed level 1. And you might notice in the video just how quiet the motor is. Now on my unit, I do hear a slight hum, and it could just be the particular unit that I received. And when moving the chair in reverse, there is a warning sound. And that warning sound stops as soon as the joystick is released. I also notice there is a slight coast with this chair. The electromagnetic brakes are fantastic for controlled deceleration. It also means that when you let off of the joystick, the chair doesn't stop immediately, but it decelerates, resulting in a little bit of a coast. So I'll show you that now on power level 3. And I press forward and then let go of the joystick. There's a little bit of a coast. Next, I'll test out the chair going over a thin area rug and a bath mat. All right, I have it on speed level 1. So we'll start by just going straight across the rug, no problem. Now I'll try turning while I'm on top of the area rug. Yeah, that was smooth. And it looks like if I caught the wheel just right, the edge flips up just a little bit, but not too bad. Now we'll test out a bath mat. First, I'll start by going straight across it. No problem. Now I'll try turning while I'm on top of the bath mat. Okay, there's a little hesitation in the chair initiating the move or the turn on level 1, but that was still smooth. Yeah, there's a little hesitation, little pause. But the bath mat stayed in place and I was able to make a tight turn. Now we'll take it for a drive over outdoor terrain. Be sure to fasten the seatbelt before driving the E10 Outdoors. I'll demonstrate the 5 speeds of the E10, starting with speed level 1. Here's speed level 2, speed level 3, speed level 4, and finally speed level 5. The E10 is rated at a max climbing angle of 12 degrees. There is a 4-degree slope between the left and the right side of my driveway. And there is a 10-degree slope on this spot of the driveway. Based on how it feels to drive the E10 up and down this 10-degree slope, I feel like this would be the maximum angle I would feel comfortable driving the E10 on. Now I'll demonstrate driving the E10 on grass. I'm choosing speed level 4 to help me manage the transition between the pavement and the grass, and to maintain speed over the slightly uneven ground and in the longer sections of grass. Now I'll show you how this chair fits my husband. His height is 5 foot 10 inches or 178 centimeters, and his weight is 180 pounds or 82 kilograms. Notice how the wheelchair fits the length of his legs and how he fits up against the seat back. Now my husband will demonstrate driving the E10 over the grass at speed level 5. Now I'll demonstrate getting in and out of the car from the E10. Approach the car at speed level 1 for the best control and to reduce the risk of injury. Stop before you reach the edge of the car and turn the power off. For the best positioning, have your caregiver switch the motor from electric to manual. Then push the wheelchair closer and then flip the motor back to electric mode in order to engage the brake. Be sure to allow enough room for you to move your feet and raise the footrest. And then raise the armrest closest to the vehicle. And now reach one hand into the vehicle, either onto the seat, the dashboard, or another convenient stable point. Stand up, turn your hips, and then sit on the car seat. And now bring your legs inside the vehicle. Now to get out of the car, we'll reverse that process. Swing your legs out and place them firmly on the ground. Scoot forward to the edge of the wheelchair. Press up with both hands on a stable part of the vehicle. And reach for the wheelchair armrest. And then pivot your hips and sit down onto the wheelchair with control. Reposition for comfort. Then lower the armrest. Lower the footrest. and refasten the seat belt. Press the power button, reverse the wheelchair, and carry on. Now I'll review some key specs of the EASWE E10. All of these can be found on the website. The motor is 500 watts, dual 250 watt motors. The battery is a detachable 12 amp hour lithium battery. Battery charging time is 5 to 6 hours. The controller is a 360-degree joystick controller. Max range is 30 miles on 2 batteries. The weight is 42 pounds without the battery and 46.5 pounds with the battery. Max speed is 4 miles per hour. Max climbing angle is 12 degrees. Seat width is 16 inches. The expanded dimensions are 42.1 by 21.3 by 39.4 inches. The folded dimensions are 14.2 by 21.3 by 33.5 inches. The front wheels are 7-inch honeycomb tires and the rear wheels are 12-inch honeycomb tires. The brake is an electromagnetic brake. The frame material is aluminum alloy. And there is a 5-year warranty on the frame. Overall, I think the E10 is an excellent choice for individuals with mobility limitations who are looking for a reliable, lightweight, and portable mobility device for access within their community, for ease of travel, and for storage. If you're interested in purchasing this product, my unique discount code and the link to the website can be found in the description below. Thank you for joining me all the way to the end of this video. If you like the video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Every like and subscribe tells YouTube that this information is valuable and it helps more people like you benefit from its content. Here's to your healing, health, and happiness. Have a wonderful day.